Have you ever noticed how the more you try to control life, the more it seems to slip right through your fingers? It's almost as if the universe has a way of gently, or sometimes forcefully, reminding us that we're not in charge of everything. The truth is, life constantly tests us. It tempts us to micromanage every detail, the timing, the outcomes, and how others should respond. And the more we push, force, and cling to these expectations, the more frustration and exhaustion quietly build up within us. We convince ourselves that if we just hustle harder, plan more carefully, and never loosen our grip, everything we desire will magically fall into place. But what if, just what if, the real secret to peace and success isn't found in the constant hustle, but in the art of letting go? Imagine that for a moment. What if the key to unlocking the life you've been chasing lies not in forcing, but in releasing? In today's reflection, we'll explore this powerful Buddhist wisdom, the art of surrender, and why, perhaps without you realizing it, everything you've been running after is already making its way toward you, if only you'd stop blocking its path. 1. The universe responds to your vibration, not your desperation. Buddhism teaches us that the universe isn't some random, indifferent force moving without reason. It's intimately connected to the energy we project. This energy, what we Buddhists often call vibration, acts like a signal constantly being sent out into the world. And here's the secret: it's not your words, your desperate efforts, or your overthinking that the universe hears. It's your vibration. Picture your vibration as a frequency you're broadcasting, created by your thoughts, emotions, and deepest beliefs. When you radiate calmness, trust, and a genuine sense of inner peace, you send out a message of abundance and serenity. And naturally, the universe responds by aligning circumstances, opportunities, and people who match that peaceful, abundant energy. But here's where many of us stumble. When we fall into desperation, anxious, restless, endlessly chasing what we think we need, our vibration shifts. In those moments, we're no longer moving with the natural current of life. Instead, we start sending out a signal of lack and fear. Desperation is a powerful force, but it doesn't work in your favor. In fact, it works against you. When you anxiously cling to outcomes and try to make things happen on your own timeline, you're not telling the universe what you want, you're loudly declaring what you lack. And the universe, in turn, echoes that scarcity back to you. So what's the way out? Take a breath, step back, align your energy with trust, gratitude, and the calm confidence that what you seek is already on its way. When you truly believe, not out of stubborn hope, but through quiet knowing, your vibration transforms. It shifts from lack to abundance, from doubt to assurance. And in that shift, something remarkable happens. The universe begins to respond. You'll notice subtle signs, unexpected opportunities, and synchronistic meetings appearing in your path. Doors open without you needing to force them. It's as if life itself rearranges to meet you where you are. But if you keep pushing, overthinking, and trying to bend the world to your will, you'll find yourself trapped in a cycle of frustration, stress, and doubt. The more you grasp, the more elusive peace becomes. Because here's a gentle truth: the universe answers to your vibration, not your desperation. When you vibrate with calm trust, the universe meets you there, halfway. 2. You only block what you try to control. One of the most profound teachings in Buddhism is this simple yet life-changing truth: the more you try to control, the more you block the natural flow of life. It's human nature to crave control. We want to plan, predict, and guarantee outcomes. We hold tightly to expectations, believing that if we just manage every variable, we'll secure the future we desire. But here's the irony: this need for control becomes the very thing that creates tension, resistance, and inner turmoil. Not only does it block the flow of opportunities around us, but it also closes us off from the quiet wisdom already within. Picture this: imagine holding a handful of sand. The tighter you grip it, the more it slips through your fingers. Life is much the same. The more you cling, the less you're able to feel, enjoy, and truly experience the very things you're trying so hard to keep. And when your mind is trapped in overthinking, consumed by the need to predict every outcome, you miss the beauty of the present moment. You forget that sometimes, the greatest peace arrives not when everything is perfectly in place, but when you finally stop trying to control what was never meant to be controlled. In the last part, we uncovered a powerful truth, that the more we try to control, the more we unintentionally block the very things we're hoping to invite into our lives. Now, let's go a little deeper. When we cling tightly to the need to control every outcome, every detail, and every moment's timing, we unknowingly create tension within ourselves. Our hearts and minds become rigid, closed off, and unable to welcome anything new. It's like closing all the windows in a room and then wondering why no fresh air can enter. The tighter we grip, the more friction we create. And that resistance only pushes away the very peace, opportunities, and blessings we're trying so hard to attract. But when we finally release that exhausting need for control, when we let go and surrender, something remarkable begins to unfold. We open ourselves to the gentle, effortless flow of life. Now, this doesn't mean becoming passive or careless. Letting go isn't about doing nothing. It's about shifting the way we show up in the world. It means we act with mindfulness, with purpose and clarity, but without obsessing over every tiny detail or outcome. We do what's needed, and then, we release. We trust that the universe, in its wisdom, will take care of the rest. And this lesson doesn't only apply to the world around us, it also speaks directly to our inner world. If you're constantly trying to control your thoughts, your emotions, and your reactions out of fear, anxiety, or the need to be perfect, you're creating a storm inside yourself. That internal resistance builds up like a dam, preventing peace from flowing freely within you. But here's the beautiful part: the moment you stop fighting, the moment you choose to surrender to life's natural current, you release that inner tension. And in that space of calm, that's when the magic happens. The universe recognizes your openness, your willingness to trust, and it responds in ways you never expected. Letting go of control doesn't mean abandoning your goals or dreams. It means you stop forcing them. You stop chasing outcomes as if your happiness depends on them arriving exactly when and how you want. Instead, you allow space for miracles to unfold naturally, trusting that what is meant for you will come, in its perfect time and in its perfect form. When you ease your grip, you create room for opportunities, for blessings, for solutions you might have never imagined. The more you try to micromanage life, the more obstacles you unknowingly place in your own path. But when you soften, when you breathe and let go, Life flows through you effortlessly. And everything you need begins to find its way to you. It's a quiet, steady kind of trust, a knowing that everything is working for your highest good, even if you can't yet see how. And that leads us to another profound truth in Buddhist wisdom: silence often speaks louder than noise. In the last part, we explored how embracing silence opens a space for clarity, wisdom, and inner peace to gently settle within us. Now, let's carry that same stillness into another powerful lesson: the art of trusting timing. In today's fast-paced, instant gratification world, waiting often feels unbearable. We've been conditioned to expect quick results, immediate success, instant happiness, and love that arrives on demand. The very idea of waiting seems like a setback, something to resist or fix. But Buddhist wisdom offers a gentle, yet profound reminder: everything unfolds in its own perfect time. And learning to trust this natural timing can completely transform the way you experience your life. The universe doesn't work according to the schedules we set in our minds. It follows its own quiet, divine rhythm, one that's perfectly in tune with our soul's journey and our higher purpose. Just because something you deeply desire hasn't arrived yet, doesn't mean it won't. In fact, what's waiting for you could be far greater than anything you're imagining in this limited moment. Sometimes, what seems like a delay is actually divine preparation. Trusting timing means loosening your grip on the urge to force things into place. It means releasing the anxiety and frustration that come with wishing things would happen right now. It's a beautiful act of faith, believing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, even if your current perspective can't fully understand why. When you hold this faith, you find a kind of peace that isn't shaken by appearances. You stop obsessing over deadlines and outcomes. And instead, you stay rooted in the present moment, doing what you can, while allowing life to unfold at its own steady pace. It's not about passivity or giving up your role in shaping your life. It's about participating fully, but without the heavy burden of attachment to how and when things must happen. Nature itself shows us this wisdom every day. Flowers don't bloom because someone forces them open. They blossom when it's their time, when the season, the soil, and the sun are just right. And the same is true for you. When we rush, when we push against life's current, we only create stress, resistance, and disappointment. But when we trust the timing, we fall into harmony with the greater rhythm of the universe, and life begins to feel lighter, more effortless, and surprisingly generous. And here's an important truth: those delays, those moments of waiting you might resent, aren't obstacles. They are part of your sacred path. Within them lie valuable lessons, quiet growth, and the wisdom you'll one day realize you desperately needed. Those pauses offer you the space to reflect, to refine your intentions, and to prepare yourself for the greater things to come. Behind the scenes, in those very moments of stillness and silence, the universe is working on your behalf. It's aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities in ways you could never orchestrate alone. You just can't see it yet, but it's happening. Patience, then, is not weakness. It's one of the strongest acts of faith you can practice. Trusting timing is choosing to believe that what's meant for you is already on its way. And you don't need to chase or force a single thing. It frees you to be fully present in this moment, to enjoy where you are, and to open yourself to the beautiful surprises life has in store. And with that peace in your heart, you can turn toward another essential truth in Buddhist wisdom: you attract what you believe you deserve. In the last part, we touched on how the universe responds to the energy you carry and the beliefs you hold about yourself. Now, let's go deeper into this truth, because what you believe you deserve shapes the entire reality you experience. If, deep down, you hold the belief that you are meant to struggle, to fail, or to live with less, that thought alone will begin to limit the possibilities available to you. Without even realizing it, you send out a signal to the universe that says, "This is all I'm worthy of." And the universe, ever responsive, mirrors that belief back to you. It reinforces your sense of lack. And the cycle quietly continues. Your internal dialogue matters more than you might imagine. If the voice within you constantly whispers that you're unworthy of peace, of love, of success, or happiness, then you unknowingly block the very things you long for. The people, opportunities, and blessings that could align beautifully with your life remain out of reach, not because they aren't meant for you, but because your own limiting beliefs have created an invisible wall, an energetic barrier between you and what you desire. This is where the real shift begins. The key is not in forcing the world around you to change, but in transforming your internal belief system. Buddhism gently reminds us that the way we perceive ourselves profoundly shapes the way life unfolds for us. When you start seeing yourself as someone inherently deserving of life's goodness, of love, of success, of peace, you step out of resistance and into alignment with the natural flow of abundance the universe has been offering you all along. You attract what you believe you deserve. Your belief acts like a key, unlocking the doors that have been waiting for you to realize your own worth. And this isn't about arrogance or entitlement. It's about remembering your intrinsic, sacred value. Each of us, by simply existing, is worthy of peace, love, and happiness. And when you truly internalize that, when you begin living as though it's already your reality, you'll notice how effortlessly those things begin finding their way into your life. The universe isn't concerned with whether your belief is positive or negative, it simply responds to the vibration you're sending out. If you carry the energy of someone who believes in their own worthiness, who moves through life expecting goodness while remaining open and humble, the universe will naturally reflect that back. It will align circumstances, people, and opportunities that match the frequency you're radiating. Believing you deserve what you seek doesn't mean you get everything without effort or challenge. It means you stop sabotaging yourself. You let go of unnecessary doubt. You stop shrinking back in fear. And you stop clinging to old stories of limitation. You begin to take calm, inspired action, moving forward not from desperation, but from quiet confidence, knowing you are worthy of every blessing you move toward. And what happens when you do this? Life responds, slowly at first, and then with greater clarity. Doors that once seemed firmly shut begin to open. Blessings you once thought were too distant, too impossible, or reserved for others start appearing before you. This is the gentle, steady magic of alignment. The law of attraction isn't about chasing or demanding. It's about becoming a quiet magnet for what belongs to you by aligning your inner state with your highest, most deserving self. The universe is always listening. It's always responding to your energy. And the moment you recognize your inherent worth, not because of anything you've done, but because of who you are, you begin to truly receive the abundance that's been waiting for you. Previously, we explored how your sense of worth shapes what you attract into your life. When you begin to believe you deserve peace, love, and success, you naturally start drawing those things toward you. Now, let's deepen that understanding by seeing how belief and energy are constantly working together. When you hold the belief that you are worthy, whether it's of a meaningful career, a deep, nurturing love, or lasting inner peace, something within you shifts. Your vibration begins to rise and align with that belief. It's as though you've tuned yourself to a new frequency, one that naturally calls in the experiences you desire. The universe, always listening and responding to the energy you emit, is ready to deliver what you seek. But it's up to you to rise and meet it at that energetic level. Your belief in yourself isn't just a passing thought. It's the very gateway to everything your heart has ever longed for. The more deeply you believe in your own worth, the more effortlessly the universe responds, offering you the opportunities, people, and moments that nourish your soul. It's not magic, it's the subtle, quiet law of energy in motion. And here's something often overlooked: calmness itself is a powerful form of manifestation. In today's world, where we're constantly encouraged to move faster, push harder, and chase after every goal, the idea that calmness could be a manifestation might sound strange. After all, we've been conditioned to believe that success, abundance, and even happiness only come through relentless effort, through the endless grind. But what if the real secret to attracting what you desire lies not in endless pursuit, but in embracing stillness? Calmness isn't the absence of action. It's the presence of clarity, focus, and deep inner peace. When you are calm, you're no longer reacting to every external noise. You're no longer carried away by the waves of fear, impatience, or desperation. Instead, you become still enough to tune into your higher self, to listen to the gentle voice of your intuition, and to align with the quiet, steady rhythm of the universe. It's in these moments of calm that you become a natural magnet for what you desire. Calmness is subtle, yet its energy is profoundly powerful, like the still surface of a clear lake reflecting the world above it without distortion. When your mind and heart are at peace, your energy becomes clean, undisturbed, and perfectly aligned with your intentions. In Buddhist wisdom, we're taught that everything in the universe is connected through energy. Every thought, emotion, and belief sends out a vibration. When you choose calmness, you create an open space for the universe to work with you instead of against you. You stop blocking the flow of opportunity, love, and abundance because you're no longer tangled in a web of anxiety, overthinking, or restlessness. Consider this: when you feel anxious, desperate, or rushed, what kind of signal are you sending out? That restless energy creates friction with the natural flow of life. It's like trying to swim upstream against a powerful current, exhausting yourself while getting nowhere. But when you surrender to calmness, you let go of the need to control every outcome. You stop forcing things to happen before their time, and, in doing so, you allow life to unfold with ease. Think of calmness as the art of releasing resistance. When you accept the present moment for what it is, without judgment or struggle, you create the perfect space for what you seek to naturally arrive. Manifestation doesn't always require constant, exhausting effort. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is to pause, breathe, and trust. It's in those gentle, quiet spaces between action where life begins to rearrange itself on your behalf. Calmness becomes the fertile ground where your intentions can quietly take root and grow. It's not always in the loud, dramatic moments of decision or striving, but in the simple, peaceful stillness that the life you envision begins to materialize. The universe speaks in whispers, and it's only in calm that you'll hear it. In the last part, we reflected on how calmness isn't about passivity, but rather a powerful form of action, a quiet, steady alignment with the present moment. Now, let's go a little deeper into this idea of trusting the universe and allowing yourself to be fully at peace with the process. When you place your trust in the unfolding of life, something beautiful begins to happen. You start sending out a vibration of openness, trust, and quiet receptivity, and it's these very qualities that draw into your life everything you truly need. In truth, calmness itself is not inaction. It's a conscious, mindful choice, a decision to align yourself with what is, to release the unnecessary weight of stress and worry, and to trust that, beneath the surface, the universe is always moving things in your favor. It's the ability to remain steady and grounded, no matter how chaotic or unpredictable the world outside might appear. When you cultivate inner calm, you're no longer distracted by fear, anxiety, or overthinking. Your mind becomes a clear, uncluttered space where your deepest desires can quietly take shape and begin to manifest. But let's be clear, this doesn't mean everything will instantly fall into place without effort. Calmness is not about sitting back and waiting for life to happen. It's not passive, and it's certainly not indifference. True calmness is about taking purposeful, aligned action from a place of peace. It's about moving forward with clarity, focus, and quiet confidence, because you're no longer weighed down by stress, impatience, or self-doubt. When you act from a calm, centered place, your decisions carry more wisdom, your steps become more intentional, and your actions hold greater meaning. It's as if everything you do gains a certain quiet power, not through force, but through alignment. Another beautiful aspect of calmness is that it teaches you to detach from outcomes. When you stop obsessing over exactly when, how, or through whom your desires will come to life, you release yourself from the tight grip of expectation. You no longer place deadlines on the universe, no longer pressure life to conform to your personal timeline, and in that gentle release, you create the perfect space for miracles to quietly arrive. The more you trust the process and ease your grip on control, the more you open yourself to the infinite possibilities already moving in your direction. Calmness, in this sense, becomes the highest form of manifestation, because it aligns you so naturally with the quiet, steady flow of life. When you are calm, you effortlessly attract what you need, precisely when you need it. The people, opportunities, and blessings that are meant for you find their way to you without struggle. Calmness doesn't just invite abundance, it creates an environment where abundance can naturally unfold and thrive. It transforms you into a living, breathing expression of peace, trust, and alignment, qualities that gently draw everything you desire into your life. And when you embrace calmness, you're not only manifesting your intentions, you're also becoming the kind of person who is truly capable of receiving and holding them. In a world that so often rewards chaos and endless chasing, calmness is your quiet superpower. It's the invisible key to unlocking everything the universe has patiently been saving for you. And this brings us to an essential truth: when you let go, you make space for miracles. In our fast-paced, achievement-driven world, we're taught from an early age that the only way to get what we want is to fight for it. Chase after it, push harder, work ourselves to the point of exhaustion, believing that if we just do more, we'll finally have more. But what if the real key to unlocking your deepest desires wasn't found in the hustle, but in the act of releasing? Letting go is one of the most transformative, powerful things you can do. In Buddhist wisdom, attachment is seen as one of the primary causes of human suffering. The tighter we cling to a person, an object, or a specific outcome, the more we create resistance within ourselves. And it's this resistance that blocks the natural, effortless flow of energy. When we hold on too tightly, trying to control when or how something will happen, we unknowingly obstruct the very blessings life is trying to deliver. We become so entangled in the details of our own plan that we fail to notice the bigger picture, the beautiful, intricate design the universe is already weaving quietly behind the scenes. We've just reflected on how calmness, trust, and releasing control invite miracles into our lives. Now, let's gently unfold what it truly means to let go, and how this simple yet profound act can transform the way your life unfolds. When you make the conscious decision to let go, you stop trying to micromanage every detail, every outcome, every twist and turn on your path. And in doing so, you create space, beautiful, open space, for miracles to naturally unfold. But don't mistake letting go for giving up. It isn't about abandoning your dreams, goals, or deepest desires. It's about releasing the need to dictate how, when, or through whom those dreams should manifest. You stop forcing life to happen your way and begin to trust that the universe, with its infinite wisdom, might have a far better plan in store, one grander and more meaningful than anything you could have designed on your own. Put simply, letting go means loosening your grip on the outcome. It's about breaking the exhausting habit of constantly worrying about what's next, or endlessly focusing on what seems to be missing in your life. Instead, you gently shift your attention back to the present moment, to the here and now, trusting that your path is quietly being laid out for you, one gentle step at a time. This kind of letting go is powerful. It opens the door for new opportunities, fresh connections, and beautiful experiences to enter your life, often in ways you least expect. The more you release, the more room you make for magic to quietly work its way into your days. Think of it like planting a tiny seed deep in the soil. You can't control exactly how quickly it will grow or what shape its first leaves will take. You can't demand when it will bloom. All you can do is care for it, nourish it, give it sunlight and water, and trust nature's quiet, invisible process of growth. In the same way, when you release your need to control how your dreams should grow, you allow the universe to move things behind the scenes in ways you might never have imagined. Letting go also means releasing the fear of losing what you have. So often, we cling tightly to what's familiar out of fear that if we loosen our hold, it might slip away. But that tight grip only breeds anxiety, tension, and unnecessary suffering. When you let go of that fear, you open yourself to receive the abundance and blessings that the universe is already preparing for you. And once again, This doesn't mean you stop caring or taking action. It means you trust that whatever is meant for you will remain. And whatever is meant to leave will create space for something even better. It's in this open space, the space of trust, calm, and non-attachment, that the most beautiful, unexpected miracles begin to appear. Miracles often come from the places we weren't even looking, and from circumstances we would have never chosen ourselves. But when we stop insisting on how things should be, we make room for life to surprise us in the most extraordinary ways. We might think we know what's best for us. We create detailed plans, fix our hearts on specific outcomes, and convince ourselves that our version of happiness is the only path worth following. But the universe, with its vast and timeless wisdom, knows even more. By softening your hold on how things should unfold, you invite the universe to bless you in ways that go far beyond what you ever expected. Letting go is, in its essence, a beautiful act of trust. It's the quiet willingness to say, I believe life is working for my highest good, even if I can't yet see the full picture. And it's here, in this sacred space of trust and surrender, that the real magic begins. The more you trust, the more the universe responds, gently placing before you the people, experiences, and opportunities you didn't even know you needed. The universe has its own unique and perfect way of weaving things together, far beyond what our minds can comprehend. But for that to happen, we have to stop trying to control every small detail, every minor turn on the road. When you let go, you release old habits, heavy thoughts, and lingering disappointments. You stop allowing the weight of the past to dictate your future. And in doing so, you open a doorway to new possibilities. Letting go means embracing the unknown, stepping into the mystery, and trusting that what's meant for you is quietly on its way. In this space of surrender, new opportunities, fresh love, unexpected joy, and unseen abundance can find you with ease. And remember, letting go isn't weakness or passivity. It's a conscious, powerful choice, a brave act of releasing attachment and welcoming the unknown. It's a life-changing practice that clears the path for the universe to deliver not only what you've wished for, but often something even better. When you stop clinging so tightly, you give life the freedom to surprise you. Letting go is the gateway to receiving. The more you release, the more you open your hands, your heart, and your life to the infinite blessings that have been waiting for you. The more space you create, the more miracles can quietly make their way in. So right now, wherever you are, take a deep, steady breath, exhale slowly, let go of the need to control. Trust that everything you desire is already on its way to you. The universe has not forgotten you. Stay calm, stay open, and allow life to gently deliver what you truly deserve. If today's reflection brought you peace, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more soothing wisdom. And remember, everything is unfolding exactly as it should. May peace fill your heart. And until we meet again, may you find calm amidst the chaos, stillness within the noise, and trust in the perfect timing of your beautiful, unfolding life.